Hello, mi gente. Joining me today is another fellow New Jerseyan, right? And I like to call him Mr. Hollywood himself, Jeff Oliverio, community leader, professional doer of all the things, and the heartbeat behind some of South Florida's best LGBTQ plus events. He's the founder and president of the Hollywood LGBTQ plus Council, co-chair of My Hollywood Pride, celebrating year 5, baby. And the reason Hollywood is the first pride in the world every year. He's also a proud dad to his son, Michael, and lives in Hollywood with his adorable partner in life and in everything else, Mr. Tony Mendoza. And yes, Tony is a doer too, baby. And Jeff's mom, a literal beam of light. I love that lady. I want her everywhere with me. I want her to be my mom, but she doesn't want to take on another New Jersey kid. Anyway, please welcome my friend, my troublemaker, my how does he do so much person, Jeff Oliverio.
Thank you for having me, Faye.
Hi, baby.
I've been in so many things with you except for bed.
I know.
I've been in every other situation with you except for bed.
Oh my God.
But I'm so happy to be here.
I know, and I think that we're like two peas in a pod. I think that since, we met on Queer News Tonight, I'd have to say maybe close to 5 years ago at this point, Jeff.
Yeah, before Hollywood Pride started.
And it was like I was immediately gravitated to your hair. No, I was immediately it was like you remind me of a family member. And then I found out you're from Jersey like me. You love freestyle just like I do.
Yes.
You know, we love all the same musicals. Like we're like kindred spirits.
Absolutely, absolutely. I know I think your sister and I even have more in common with music. She was like one of my my big music. We laughed for like an hour straight talking about music.
Oh my God. Yeah, and you were like, and that one, and that one, and that one. And I'm like, how old are both of you? Mind you, this is my younger sister, okay? So Jeff, I'm so happy that you are at my bed, all nice and pluff and
nice
everything.
And pink. And it's very Hollywood Pride themed.
Is it right?
Yeah, pink. It's our color.
Well, I mean, pink is like the best color for
Absolutely.
everything, you know?
Absolutely.
Jeff, for people new to it, what is My Hollywood Pride and what makes it different from other prides?
I think that Hollywood Pride, the difference is we are a community event first, and we are part of a community that is not known for an LGBTQ presence. No. And it's a big difference. And I say this to everyone watching and listening is, when you get to go to a pride in Miami Beach or in Wilton Manors, these are known meccas of the LGBTQ community. So people come out in full force. The businesses come out in full force. The city government comes out in full force. People travel from far and wide to come there. When we started having a pride in Hollywood, people were like, where? I mean, people who live in Wilton Manors, lots of people, and you know this, were like, I've never been to Hollywood. Not that they were expecting that there wasn't a pride. They've never been to a place that's 15 minutes down the road.
Not even. It's like 12 to 15 minutes. Yes. It literally is. And it's like, oh, where is that? Is that by Miami? No, bitch. That's like 10 minutes away.
But the beauty of it is that when we started doing this, and prior to My Hollywood Pride, we started the Hollywood LGBTQ plus Council, which is really our community work, and that's where the Pride was born from, is that we've just discovered so many friends and neighbors that came out of the woodwork to see this Pride event and to see this community of people that I can't remember what life was like before we had this in Hollywood, because I have so many very, very close friends. Obviously, my closest friends were the other founders, Jeff and Todd Delmay.
Who also live in Hollywood.
And so we started doing this, and it's like every time we find someone that's like, oh, I live 3 streets over, we're like, where have you been hiding? Like we have a way to hone in on them now. Like we find people that live in the community. So it's created a community space.
Well, and I think that those same people, oh, where are you from? They used to say Fort Lauderdale, right? Just because it was like the closest city that people knew of gayness, right? Yeah. And now they don't see it that way. Now they're like Hollywood. Like so many people have come out of the woodwork, like you said. It's like, oh, I live in Hollywood too. You know what I mean? And Hollywood could be by 95. Hollywood could be by the Hard Rock. You know what I mean? Hollywood is ginormous and full of queer people. We're everywhere.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Faye. Like a lot of people, used to kind of like say if they lived outside of Fort Lauderdale or outside of Miami Beach, like, oh, I live in South Florida, or I live in Fort Lauderdale, or I live in Miami. And now we're like, I live in Dania Beach. Like people are now, I think we're giving a voice to people to kind of stand up. And the other part of it, really, I think that's special is, the business community and local government, they didn't realize that this community existed. And, what we've given a voice to the community. We have some sway with city government. I mean, they are very, very supportive of this pride. Obviously, we could not have a pride without the support of the city of Hollywood, the mayor, the commissioners, the fire chief, the police chief, everyone, Parks and Rec, they're all on board helping us. And we need all those people or we can't have this event.
No, of course. And so this is year 5. Wow. Yeah. Like, I can't get over that. When you look back at where it started, what surprises you most about how it's grown in these years?
I think the biggest surprise is we started a pride with not one on the pride committee had ever thrown a pride before. So just put that out there. So we were like, oh, what do we need to know? Why do we need someone who's thrown a pride before? We're smarter than that.
We've been to many prides. We can do it.
We've been to many prides. We planned all kinds of things. And I was like, oh, I'm on a gala committee. Yes. And Jeff and Todd were like, oh, I'm on this organization. Planning a pride is very, very different than every other thing I've ever done in my life and continues to be very challenging. However, what I'm most surprised by is, again, the community and the committee of people that have come together from this. Again, each year we kind of add different people to the committee. We've had,
and it's all volunteer led.
We are 100% volunteer led. So it's very special to have people that will not just give their time, but there is no like, oh, let corporate do that. That's what I always say. We are corporate, we are frontline, we are all the jobs.
We are everything.
Yeah, one day someone was like, do you know who, and whenever someone says that, I'm like, it's probably me.
Do you know who handles the doer?
I'm always
Hold on, let me check.
Because I realize there's no pass the buck when you're all volunteers. There's no pass the buck.
Well, and why was that so important to you to have it volunteer led?
Well, I mean, first of all, it's volunteer led because we had no budget to pay someone. So it's by survival. That's how we did it. It was by survival. We didn't have a budget, and we do think it is very, we'd love to be able to say, listen, we do hire people, we hire our, event production, we don't do all of those components, of course, but as far as planning the entire thing, fundraising, marketing, every component is volunteer led. And that has, again, I think we get people that really want this to happen. They really, really care about it because they have to. Yeah. There's not enough of us. So my plea to everyone is, listen, you make a joke that I'm a doer, and as I've roped in Tony and basically anyone who knows me and is breathing, it does something on the Pride Committee. My mom worked at the Pride store. Yes. You know that. Yeah. She's there. My best friend, is also working at the Pride store. All of my coworkers come and volunteer. But there's not enough people, and I think in the environment that we're in, we need more people to show up because prides won't, whether we're an all volunteer or not an all volunteer pride, prides need more people to make it happen because the corporate entities are going away, which is what funds being able to hire people for all these other components.
Well, and that's how prides began, Jeff. They were all grassroots. It was, what do you have? What can you pull? What can you pull, right? So folks, if you're wondering, if not you, who, right? I mean, like if there's something that, let's put it this way, right? January happened, right? And you know who took office. I needed my Hollywood pride so bad.
Yes.
So bad, January 2024.
Yeah.
2025, excuse me. Like, ridiculously, you know what I mean? And you intentionally named it My Hollywood Pride and the first Pride of the year intentionally, without knowing that he was going to be taking office, that early, that month, and how important it would be to your tribe, to our community.
I mean, before Trump took office again, obviously, we were still faced with even what probably the year before was even more, was a worse situation, was the drag ban in place by DeSantis. And of course, a huge component of our programming has always been drag. And at the heart of all prides and at the heart of all LGBTQ communities is the drag community. And so when we had to kind of pull back, and last year when we realized the drag ban went away, and, Trump being in office or not, we made a huge statement. We brought drag back to the stage.
Yep.
We brought drag queen story time to the stage with children sitting on the stage. So everybody could see out in the open that drag queen story time is not something to hide or to be ashamed of or to put any kind of pressure on
or hide. You know what I mean? Like, again, like, not that you had it hidden, because I loved where you had it. You had it in the children's playground for the last couple of years, and it was beautiful there. But last year they wanted to spotlight it more, right? So they brought it to the main stage, and the beautiful Misty Eyes was dressed in this gorgeous dress, and there were these kids sitting around her in a half moon, plus a bunch of kids down, and they're just there with their face painted, just listening to I'm getting chills.
I know.
Every single word that came out of her mouth. And it was just like, it was crazy. You could hear Misty's voice carry throughout the Pride.
Yeah.
It was just so crazy how that is.
I still think it's probably one of the most special moments since we've done Pride, is that moment of having Misty back on the stage and giving that platform, not just to Misty, but to every drag performer.
Yes.
That, like, we are valued and you're the most important part of our Pride.
Okay, but and one thing that he said before about the drag ban, I have to make a note of it, because it's true that, like, during that time, people were weary, people were afraid that people were going to pull their money if they had drag stars on their stage. So what did My Hollywood Pride do? Put the Lord family entirely. That's like 23 queens, okay? Oh, you're going to tell us we can't have drag queens? We're going to bring them all.
We brought them all. Yes, we had the full House of Lords. Yes, we had them all.
God, I had to bring that up. I'm sorry. So, Jeff, give us the highlights, okay? What are the big anchor events that people should not miss this year from My Hollywood Pride?
So yes, Hollywood Pride is not just one day.
Mm-hmm.
It is a series of events. We started early this year. We had our Fabulous Sweater event, which is kind of like a kickoff event, more of a fun family community event. But coming up this weekend, we have first our Pride 100 brunch.
Yes.
It's the Pride 100 brunch, for those who do not know, as when we first earned our perfect 100 score on the Municipal Equality Index, we decided to host a brunch in celebration of that. And this is our 5th year getting a perfect score of 100 on the Municipal Equality Index. This year we're honoring two honorees, Lisa Tuminello, who is getting our Trailblazer Ally Award, and Spencer Badius, who is getting our Trailblazer Award. And that is on Saturday morning, January 17th at 11 a.m. at the Doubletree Hotel in Hollywood on Hollywood Beach. Yes,
look at us.
Yes, it's going to be really a nice event.
And the honorees, Jeff, that couldn't have been an easy. I mean, both of them, incredible humans right there. Like, wow.
Well, Lisa has served, again, as an ally to the community, has served on our council board, led all of our youth and family programming for the first 4 years, and has given back so much. Also works with Big Pride, with Big Brothers Big Sisters, as her day job. So to say she's a super ally is definitely not an understatement. And then Spencer Badius. From the Seminole tribe, LGBTQ entertainer, a force
to be reckoned with. A
brought
revolutionary.
a show to Broadway.
Him and his man are so cute.
Yeah.
Like, I lust after them on Instagram. But I mean, again, him as a human, he's an incredible representation. For BIPOC folks, for indigenous folks, you hear him speak and you're just like blown away, and you're like, I should be doing more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they are our family of Hollywood. I mean, the tribe is literally we are on their land.
Yes.
In Hollywood. So it is really special to have that connection with Spencer. So we're really excited about that.
And talking about Hollywood and the Hard Rock, talk to me about the Hard Rock kickoff. Okay,
Yes.
What makes this moment so special? Aside from the fact that I think we're gonna have fun in front of the Guitar Hotel, right?
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Tell me a little bit about this, and how did this come about? I smell Eric Eldridge in there.
Of course. The Hard Rock is, first of all, it's the biggest company business in the city of Hollywood, outside of the port and the airport, of course. And we've been kind of, going back and forth as Hollywood Pride has been developing year after year of trying to get, more partnership with them. And this year we met with Eric and the team and they offered to host us for this VIP kickoff event and to light up the guitar for Pride. So there is no bigger statement, not in Hollywood, in South Florida, than to light. I don't know what else you could light up. I mean, even New Year's in downtown Miami, that guitar outdoes everybody for a moment. It's going to be a moment.
It does. And there's something like, you've ever been on the turnpike driving by, you see this guitar. Or flying in. You're affected by the beauty, by the lights, and they usually match it with like a musical kind of like background. Like for Christmas, for the holidays, they had an amazing turnout for that. And now we get to have it for our kickoff. And yours truly's hosting. Woo! I'm hoping that I get like a Heidi Klum moment where I get to go bam, and then like the lights turn on or something like that. But I mean, that's epic though, Jeff.
Yeah, it's really big for us. It's a statement. We're going to have the mayor there, some city officials.
And people can go.
So it's a ticketed event. All of our events are on Eventbrite. So you can get tickets. It's going to be 2 hours. They're hosting us at their amazing cabana space outside by the pool. So if you've never been to the Hard Rock before, you always thought, what are those cabanas like? If you buy a ticket to that, you can come and see. They're hosting 2 hours of open bar and food. And if you know the Hard Rock, they don't skimp on anything.
Nothing. They go all out.
They're not giving you like a pig in a blanket.
They're
not. They're going to have stations, and it's going to be really nice. And then, this Saturday night, we wrap up after the brunch. We go to our queer comedy night, which is in its third year. Really special.
Nice.
Really special.
We have to laugh. It's important for us to laugh.
It's really important for us to laugh. But we had this kind of crazy idea a few years ago. Like, let's see if we can have a comedy night. Again, we try to find things that like every other Pride is not doing or, are not happening every night. In Wilton Manors, because you can go out and kind of have a Pride event every night when you're in Wilton Manors. We are working with Anna Lepley, who is our producer for the event, and is
Dr. Anna
Lepley. She's
hysterical.
That
girl is so funny. Oh my
she's
God.
like curated these comedians and brought them in, and the event literally last year sold out, was standing room only, meaning I was sitting on the floor because committee got to go to the floor when tickets were still selling because I'm fundraising first. So I'm like, everyone's got to sit on the floor. But the Saturday night, we're moving to the new Art and Culture Center, to the Arts Hub. We were previously in the downtown. So it's a brand new venue for us.
Nice.
Really amazing venue.
It's the Hollywood Art and Culture Center,
Art and Culture Center. And we're going to have a little meet and greet before from 7 to 8 where you get some a cocktail, you can meet the comedians, take some photos, and then at 8 p.m. we go into queer comedy.
I love that.
So we have some really nice pre-events, I would say, going into Pride.
Well, and and all these events, right? Mark your calendars, right? Because like Jeff said, go on Eventbrite to make sure that you have all the information of all the events that you want to go to. And something that I love about my Hollywood Pride is that they always make space for families, okay? Meetups, parenting support, whatever. There's an event, Making Babies, that
Rainbow's Nest.
That Pandora and the Pandora girls are putting together. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we're working with Pandora Events, which does all the amazing parties for women, and an organization that's close to them, which is called Making Babies, which is an organization that helps same-sex couples have children. And we're actually hosting a meet and greet for families that have same-sex couples that have children. Obviously, everyone is welcome, but to meet up at the Pride event around that. So again, the family programming is probably one of our most, we take it the most serious. We obviously take entertainment and all the other parts serious. But as you know, and you've been to our Pride, it is not just an event that's tailored around alcohol and drinking.
Yeah.
It's about community engagement, and the youth and family portion, we're doing all kinds of really fun things. We're doing art projects, we're doing scavenger hunts, we're having Pride Lines is doing something, SunServe is doing something, the Art and Culture Center is doing something. So we're going to have all kinds of fun things, real things for kids to do, to feel at home.
I love that.
And it's, we program that the entire day.
And I love that, again, because this is a family event. Something that I had met somebody that they were the parents of a friend of mine, and they meet this other family every year at My Hollywood Pride. They don't see each other at all throughout the year, but they know what time to meet, and then they hang out that day. You know what I mean? And like they're actually looking forward to it even more this year, because this year it's on a Saturday instead of a Sunday, so they get to really party the whole entire day with their kids.
The thing that really makes me laugh is, like, in downtown Hollywood, we have a lot of, like, I would say all ages events. We have St. Patrick's Day, we have Halloween, we have and like when I go to those events, again, they're a lot driven by the bars, which, again, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But I look at our Pride and I'm like, I see way more kids being able to be kids at our Pride event, which a portion of our world would say it's not a place for kids to be at.
Yeah.
It is totally a place for kids to be at, and we take that very seriously. And we take it seriously from the stage all the way down. You know that even our entertainment, and we tell the entertainers, you have to do a performance that is tailored for all ages.
Yeah.
When we get into the nighttime, kids are going home, but nothing is on our stage is not something that you would be uncomfortable with having your kids there to see and be entertained.
100%. And that's important, Let's talk a little bit more about family. Let's talk about Tony.
Thank you.
I love Tony Mendoza. So your partner in life and spreadsheets and everything else. What does having that kind of support mean when you're running a Pride festival together? Because you both work in this, I mean, like, do you guys ever argue?
We do.
I'm so glad that you answered that quickly that.
But we sometimes do it from two. Like, I work in my office and he works on the kitchen table. So sometimes we're like talking like across rooms, because I'm like, if we get into their spaces, too much, we live together, we're in life together, and we're doing this Pride together. And like the last 2 months, I tell everybody that they're like, oh, I haven't seen you. Come here for a drink. Let's go to dinner. I'm like, from 5 to 9 to 10 p.m. every night, we're doing stuff, because again, there's no one else to do it.
Yeah.
So I won't say, I obviously I could not do it without him. He didn't sign up for this in the way that I did, but he has fully taken on this as his own in the same capacity. So I
wanted to say that.
So grateful.
Like, I hear his voice louder as the years go on.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I'm loving it. Like, Tony's a force. Like, watch out for Tony, honestly. And don't ever sleep on him either, okay? Because he's watching everything, that guy. He's making sure he's come up to me and just fixed something and then walked away. And I'd be like, what what happened? You know that I adore your mom, and if I was 20 years older, she'd be mine. She'd be mine. You heard me. She's a light, okay? She shines, like from the moment that I met her, and meeting her kind of gave me that aha moment as to why you are as incredible and dynamic as you are.
Thank you.
You live for this community. You're also an exceptional dad, and those two things coexist in such a seamless way that, like, many of us are like, how does he do it? You know what I mean? Is this from your mom? Does this come from your mom?
I mean, my mom certainly has given me a lot of strength, and is obviously a very strong woman. And that's, who I lived with primarily growing up. My father lives in West Virginia, which is where I was born. But I grew up primarily with my mom. But, her heart, I always say, if somebody could really literally come and like run you over, my mom would be over being like, she would feel bad for the driver.
But they feel bad too.
She gives her heart to everything. So if I got 20% of what she does, then I'm the person that I am today. That's who she is. That's who she is.
I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, but like, she screams ally, Jeff. Like, did her son being gay catapult her into wanting to be such an ally, or do you just remember her being that way before that?
No, well, I mean, again, I didn't come out till I was 34 years old. So I didn't grow up with my mother being an ally, because I wasn't out, and she didn't have that role. And I think she saw when I came out, and the reason people say, why are you so involved in the community? I'm like, because I missed 34 years of doing things. I realized, like, I was never a minority before. Yep. I was a white, cisgender, married, straight male.
Yeah.
So I never was subjected to any kind of discrimination or anything else. And then when I came out and I realized I don't have the same rights as everybody. Like it really didn't sit with me. I mean, even though I had lots of, queer friends, I just never put myself in the place of being like, I couldn't get married at the time. I couldn't donate blood. I couldn't do I couldn't have a same-sex partner in the hospital if you were, all of those things that, queer people have had to live with. When I learned about them, and then I instantly, started to seek, I needed some support myself, and I found a PFLAG meeting actually right here at SunServe. And on
this campus when it used to be here. Wow.
In the room right behind us, I came to a PFLAG meeting, and I was like, I'm 34 and I just came out and I was married and I have a 1-year-old, and I'm at a PFLAG meeting, and they were like, it's not exactly the place for you. But
we'll take you.
But at the time, the person that facilitated the meeting, Peter, was 30 years my senior and had lived the exact same experience I did.
Wow.
Married, came out, has a son. His son's name was Michael, which is
like your son.
So like I met like a kindred spirit, and he was he was getting ready to retire and move out of the area, and he said, I really want you to take over the PFLAG chapter. Wow. So I ran PFLAG here for about 7 years and worked with SunServe, with the youth group, and that's really how I became really involved in the community was through PFLAG.
How'd you meet Tony? Rumor has it that he was a mail order husband.
He was not. The real story is we met at a gas station, but really, we met on an app. But we met each other at the first time at a gas station.
Got it.
Because at the time you were like, I don't want to meet a serial killer.
But was it at least a Wawa where you can get a coffee or something?
It was a gas station in Aventura, so it wasn't so bad.
Oh, okay. It was a foo-foo gas station.
Yes. But again, coming out late in life, and Tony is not just my partner in life, but was my first boyfriend. And so, unbeknownst to me at the time that I would have thought that would have carried forward for now 16 years. We have been together for 16 years.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
16 years. In gay years, that's...
Yeah. And raising a child the entire time.
And raising a child.
Yes.
And a child that's nice. Okay? Like Michael's around that, a-hole age. And can I say that? Like,
yes.
You know what I mean?
He has his moments sometimes.
And it's not their fault. It's just, it's the time. There's too many things changing around them, blah, blah, blah. But and of course he has his moments.
Yeah, of course.
He has all these kind of changes. But when you guys have him out, he's such a great kid, and he says hi to everybody, and he doesn't look like he was forced to be there. You know what I mean?
Yes. Good home training.
Which he probably was.
He was, for sure.
Yes,
he is also a volunteer for Pride, so don't worry.
He's also a volunteer.
I already told him to make sure your schedule is clear for Saturday next week. I gave him all the instructions.
Make sure you wear your name tag.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, is he driving now?
Oh, he's driving. Yes.
Oh God.
He's graduating.
Wow.
He's graduating in a few months.
God,
yeah.
scary.
So it blinks, and you're there.
And it's there. And we blink, and it's 5 years of My Hollywood Pride. Jeff, what would you say to the person who is just beginning their journey, right? That is coming to My Hollywood Pride as their first Pride?
I just would say it can be what you want it to be. The reason we call it My Hollywood Pride is because Pride is yours, and however you make it. So if it's because you want to come and see music and entertainment, great. If you want to come and learn about all of our LGBTQ partner organizations that are there, you know this, Faye. Everybody is there. Everybody is there.
And they all have swag to give away. So like you'll be leaving there with like a bag full of stuff, which is
if you want to come for food, we're going to have food trucks. And if you want to come and just hang out, we're going to be in the Arts Park this year, which is the first time we're going to be in Arts Park. We're going to have this massive stage, and we're going to have some really amazing entertainment. And I'm really excited about it. We're starting the show with Rachel Robinson.
I saw. Oh my God. So Rachel Robinson, that lesbian. My God. So
I kept that a secret from you for a little while.
She was on all these reality shows, and it was like Thirst Trap USA. You know what I mean? Like I want to say like she was like a workout kind of person back in the day. But I mean, even now, like we're around the same age, and that girl looks like she's stuck in time. Like she still looks exactly like she did 20 years ago.
Probably looks better.
You know what I mean? She probably looks better.
In shape.
She probably looks better. So I mean, I saw her. I saw Elia. I saw a bunch of people that you started announcing.
We're kind of dripping them out now. So we have have opening the show after Rachel's going to do like a warm up with the crowd and do like a little fitness.
I love that.
And she'll be there for a meet and greet afterwards and doing
Get
that.
everybody loose.
And then we have Adam David, who is the season 27 winner of The Voice, who is a hometown hero here from Broward County and is going to be opening the show and sponsored by one of our sponsors, Recovery Unplugged.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, an amazing organization that uses music for recovery programs.
Yep.
And so Adam David, if you have not heard him sing, and check him out, go to his YouTube and look at he is The Voice. I mean,
I love
he's
that.
Incredible. He's really incredible.
I love that. And Recovery Unplugged, thank you so much for stepping up. Such an important organization not far from us here, right? So thank you.
And it's been one of the unique things we've had to do this year, again, kind of not having sponsors, is we've tried to find where can we find sponsors to help us, bring entertainment to the stage, so that we're not just, we're not in the entertainment business. So hiring entertainers is expensive, and we don't have the luxury of having bars and restaurants that can bring entertainment. We have to do it ourselves. So we're really grateful to Recovery Unplugged. We're going to have the Ordinary Boys, which is a 80s like synth cover band from Miami. If you know them, they do New Order and Depeche Mode and the Smiths and Morrissey. They are also locals here to Miami. They're going to be doing 2 sets. We have 93.5 Dance, the Revolution channel. They're going to be there. We're going to have one of their DJs, Tony Zaccaro, on stage. So they're going to be there all day doing promotions and radio cutaways and all kinds of things.
How exciting!
And
we have
giveaways.
We have DJ Zeno somewhere, right? Is she doing the after party?
DJ Zeno is actually, so this year we're really fortunate. Again, working with Pandora, they wanted to do some kind of an after party. And I said, we're going till 10 p.m. So we're kind of out of the after party business, although we are being hosted by the Eagle for an after party here in Wilton Manors. But I introduced them to a venue that decided we'll let the women take over this venue tonight on a Saturday night in Hollywood. So they are going to be having an after party in downtown Hollywood. DJ Zeno is going to be there. So we have a little bit, I think, for everyone.
For everybody. So Jeff, before I let you go, we got time for a little game, all right? So I'm going to give you 2 options and just answer the first answer that comes to mind. No overthinking, just what your answer is. We call it Say What with FayWhat. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Pride anthem or breakup anthem?
Pride anthem.
Comedy or drama?
Drama.
Kylie Richards or Teresa Jagais?
Oh, Teresa.
QVC with Cher or QVC with Dolly Parton?
QVC with Dolly Parton.
Beach getaway or big city adventure?
Beach getaway.
Loud allyship or quiet support?
Loud allyship.
Who is more organized, you or Tony?
That would be me.
Thank you for playing. For someone listening who has never gone to Pride or who is nervous about Pride, this is the perfect Pride for you. It just really is. I mean, there is no drama. There's no Karens. You know what I mean? Everybody is having a great time. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon. You will meet people that you will become friends with forever.
I say it is the Pride for people that don't love to go to Pride events because, and I say that because people have said that to me. They're like, I don't ever go to Prides, but I love Hollywood Pride. And I'm like, I understand what they're saying because it is more, you can talk to people like this. It's not like the music is so loud I can't talk or I can't get away from, crowds. Like you can actually find your own space.
You can. Or you can go to the front and do a conga line. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason. You know what I mean? There's a little bit for everything from families to older folks to young kids to tweens and everything in between. There is something for you. Look at the list of events and trust me, there'll be something, okay? But you definitely do not want to miss being there all day Saturday. Just put it on your calendar and just be there all day. The food's going to be delicious. The drinks will be right there. There'll be hot bartenders everywhere you look. There'll be something for everyone.
And, I end up with whatever you can do or can give, whether if it's a $5 donation, we are going to be doing some donations at the door this year.
Good.
We need that or we will not have a Pride. I'm being very as honest as I can with people.
Yeah.
If people don't give, if it's $1, if it's $5, if it's $1,000, that's even better. But if you can give something, that's going to help us. Give your time. We need volunteers still. So go to our website or go to Eventbrite and sign up to be a volunteer or buy a ticket to an event. All of our events are fully sponsored. So every ticket we sell is money we raise. So we need that.
I love that. Time, talent, or tithing, right? That's
Absolutely.
where you give one of those three, right? And this is how people are able to put on a pride that you so desperately look forward to every single year. So at the door, give that money, whatever it is that you can give. You know, I mean, there's places that charge $20 at the door to go to Pride, and that's like a standard amount, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, the fact that it's like, hey, pay what you can, give what you can, but you're also giving it to an organization that is going to be using it for your next Pride next year in 2027. And how things are going, we need all the help we can get. Right?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Well, follow My Hollywood Pride, the Hollywood LGBTQ Council, and of course, Jeff Oliverio on Instagram and Facebook. And now look into that camera and give them your best FayWhat?
FayWhat?
Wow. That was Jersey right there.
That was Jersey.
Right there it is. My Hollywood Pride is Saturday, January 25th, 1 to 10 p.m. I will be hosting at the main stage for the 4th year?
4th year.
I think it's the 4th year. After party at the Vault with DJ Zeno. We've got all kinds of events in between. The brunch is coming up this weekend.
Queer comedy.
Queer comedy and everything in between. Go to Eventbrite.